Hello everyone, this is Animation 4. Welcome back to some more FTB Infinity Evolved. So, I have been doing some building since last time, in the last millennium, working on what's going to be the spawner. Huh. But I don't see it. There's nothing here. It's hidden, isn't it? This guy stole my build. No, it's down here. Here it is. It looks like a skeleton. But I actually have access to all the dirt layers here, which is really cool. So it is a really simple design, and I just lost 2 pieces of cobble. Wonderful. Where's my thing? Yeah, turn this on. It's really simple design. These are only 6 long because the fans really start slowing down after 6. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. 5 fans on each side. Wait, this doesn't look right. This is not right. Messed this one up. Evenly distributed fans on each side. I'm gonna have to go in and remove the torches. But the first thing I gotta do is actually get power to all these fans. Now if you look at it, the fans should be behind this block. Yeah. So I just got to get power to this block right here. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be using some Project Red wires and just kind of, you know, make some cables and wrap it around this whole thing like blood vessels on the skeleton. No, skeletons don't have blood vessels. And then I should be able to control all the fans with a single lever. Not sure why I'd ever want to turn the fans off, but, you know, it's then an option. I think there's a row right here, too. Maybe if I want to go in and do maintenance or something. I don't know. Okay, but I still need some blocks to send this signal up here. And I'll replace these with cobble when I go get some cobble, because apparently I don't have any. So there we go. There's that side. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So what I got to do down here is I have 4 diamond spikes. Only 4. So I have to take advantage of these 4 spikes. So these fans can easily push 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which leaves this 3x3 right here in the middle. Actually, maybe this looks really cool. It leaves this 3x3 right here in the middle. So all I'm going to do is spike here, spike here, spike here, spike here. And to collect the drops, this is where I actually do some testing. I'm going to try a vacuum hopper right here, ender tank, ender chest. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my electromagnet, drop down the spikes, and now I'm just going to start throwing some stuff onto here and see if the hopper can pick it up for different spots. Like if a drop gets right here, it gets it. Okay, what if one falls onto one of those? Yeah, it's fine. Onto the spike. Cool. The fans would turn on. It would blow them. Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah. Well, I'm wearing full armor, so that doesn't hurt too much. So now all I gotta do is come into, let me turn this off. To here, we're gonna set an item output here. Go to here. We're gonna set a liquid output on the other side. The XP output to the ender tank, which I think will work. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it'll output the XP into the tank. Ow. So there's the whole bottom. I don't think I have enough red alloy wire for this whole thing, so I'm going to have to pick these up, unfortunately. That's fine. And then, don't you be taken? Actually, I guess the ender just doesn't go anywhere yet. And then it's just a matter of wiring up the other side, removing the torches, and adding the cursed earth. Which I actually think I'm 1 piece of cursed earth short. Because there's 6 layers, and 1 on each side. So I have to put 1 piece of cursed earth on each of these layers. So I need 12. Oops. Well, I'm going to go get that then. And after that, I will be back to finish this up. Alright. I believe I have this thing all wired up. Got these cool cross lines here, and it gets to the bottom ones. There should be no spawning spaces on the outside. And all we gotta do now is remove the torches. Get out of here. Should I start? I should start from the top so nothing falls on me. I should start from the bottom so nothing falls on me. Yeah, that'd be a good plan. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. We got this thing running. The fans aren't on. I'm gonna start from the bottom. I think I'm gonna break the torches and then plant both the dirts. That way, if anything does already spawn, it's not spawning and falling on my face. Just like that. See? He is in fact not on my face. Which is right where I want him to be. So in theory, the rates from this thing should be pretty good, because this is a void world. So there's literally no other place for them to spawn. And let's see what happens. And that's all of it. There's some light down at the bottom, but it doesn't look like it's actually affecting spawn rate, affecting spawn spots. It's not reaching anything. So the dirt will spread. So now all I gotta do is pull the lever, and all the fans should turn on. And I should actually be able to see what's going on from right here. Okay, so that is happening. Okay, 1 second. The ender tank has some liquid XP. So they are ending up in the middle there. But as more spawn, they should push them out. If necessary, I'll put some more spikes. I don't think it'll be necessary. And also more spikes will make it so you can't, not everything can get to the vacuum hopper. So I should be fine. We already got some stuff in here. So that's, oh, I wanted to plug this up. At least plug up the sides. Yeah. So that's this whole thing. All functioning properly. The cursed earth is obviously going to need to spread, which is going to take a little while. But, you know, there's the spawner. And now if we go back to this overworld, we go down the road. Just take a quick trip down the road. I've been using that thing so much, it's awesome. We should now be able to, yeah, look at this. It's filling up as I sit and watch it. Well, almost. Yeah, but it's definitely filling. I'll probably just end up doing something like this. And this will just go straight into this big tank. Which is almost full anyway. I think this is just the dragon kill itself. And take the ender chest. And I'll probably put this on the floor down here. Because this has to have some processing to like spread out everything. Remove unnecessary stuff, that kind of thing. But yeah, there we go. Butimist. Ah, too far. Okay, so it is all set up and working pretty well. Can I see any drops come in? They're just going straight into here, maybe. No? Well, it was working a little while ago. If you didn't see, the XP tank with a little expansion is already full. I'm kind of curious how many levels I can get out of this, but I don't want to spend the time to put the levels back in. I did have to put a chunk loader there. And I was worried because these ones actually use power. The railcraft chunk loaders, they use ender pearls to power them. But a single ender pearl is 12 hours. So, stack of ender pearl gives me 8 days of playtime. So I think I'm fine. Okay, I actually haven't looked at... Yep, looks like the cursed earth, for the most part, is almost entirely spread. Holy... I haven't been down here recently. Can I get that stuff? That's a lot of stuff. This thing is overloading. It can't handle all the mobs going through. Oh, there's actually something I wanted to do. I'm gonna do that real quick. I gotta go grab some supplies. I'm gonna do something. Should be pretty cool. Oh no, a random wither spawn. He's coming to get me. Ah. Whoa. Okay, ignoring that X-ray. Turn down that even more. I figured out a way. I knew a way to do this. But I'm going to apply a way. Be able to see this stuff a little bit easier. Will it work behind this? No. Okay. Look at that. Can this actually go on there? It cannot. Okay. Free red alloy wire. So that's what's going on in here. Stuff's kind of just spawning away and being dropped down. Oh, that's actually really cool looking. Can I just get just that? Oh yeah, that's a thumbnail right there. Just getting pushed into the spikes. We have an overload of everything. So things are going good here. But it's time to go on to the next subject, which is the creation of lots of iridium. So, a few episodes ago, actually, was it last? I think it was last episode. I made all the nuclear stuff. I've still been working on collecting some more copper. I think I told you I put the laser focus over there. Yeah, right now we're at 265 copper. Stack of copper ore. Still not enough. How many? I think I said I needed either 300 or 700 copper. I don't remember which. I could recalculate it, but it's a lot. So this thing's been making more copper there. And with this, we should be able to start making the advanced cooling things, whatever they're called, for the reactor. And we can get the reactor up and running. And yeah, I'll talk more about that once it's done, I guess. Okay, just finished all the math. We need 36 fancy heat exchangers, 72 heat exchangers, which means 144 coils, which is 1,152 wire, 384 copper ingots. To make the fancy heat exchangers, we need 216 bars, along with the bars to make the regular exchanges, which is 288 for 504 iron bars. The heat exchangers themselves each take iron plates, along with iron ingots for the motor, for a total of 504 iron ingots. Weird that those numbers are the same. So we need 192 iron ingots to make all the bars for 696 iron total. We also need 1 tin ingot per motor for 72 tin, and 1 diamond per advanced exchanger for 36 diamonds. And that is literally everything. Just those 4 materials in those 4 quantities. I think I said it all. A lot of numbers I wrote down. I think we got the copper at this point. 384 copper. What do we have for copper? Yeah, we got the copper. We don't have the iron. 696 iron. We are almost halfway there. Definitely a little bit of iron away. But iron, for the most part, is pretty common. If I really need it, I'll probably also make some brown focus. Brown laser focus. Yeah, for iron. We should get that a little bit more commonly. I dropped the ender tank onto a liquid drum. It is about a quarter of the way full already. That thing is crazy fast. This thing's been getting clogged, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is making a system to make sure this doesn't get clogged with all these bows and whatnot. Right now I'm just manually clearing it out. Look at all these miniature red hearts. I think I'm collecting these, right? Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not anymore. Yeah, there's going to be a system to make sure that that system doesn't get clogged. For the most part, most of this stuff's going to be scrapped. But scrapped is a very particular word I used. And we'll get to that once I gather 696 iron ingots. Yeah. Okay, so I was going to wait till I got all that iron, but, you know, I'm lazy. So we're just going to move on. So that should be done for next episode. So what I got here is 8 compressors. Well, I don't need 8 compressors. Well, I don't need 8 compressors. So I'm going to make some stuff. Actually, do I have any dirt here? I do have dirt here. Okay. So I've used up all my dirt at the other place. So with all the new stuff coming in from the mob farm, I just think the best thing to do with it, instead of throwing it into a trash can, which is what's going to happen to it eventually, is recycle. Is the glowstone filled up? No, there's just glowstone over here. Weird. Is to throw it into a recycler. Be all environmentally conscious and such. So here, I got 8 recyclers. And with these, and something from over here, probably want a cable underground, let's just do that. Run a cable through here. I can start recycling all of the mob drops, which I'm getting faster than any logical setup for a cobble generator. Yeah. So here we go. How can I do this? Let's probably do something like this. We go. We got recyclers. And basically, stuff from the mobs is pretty much going to go straight over there. Honestly, I don't really need much of this. The string is nice. So I'll have this in... Oh, just stop being there. I'll have this hooked up so we can still get some materials. But most of them are going to be pumped into these recyclers. So you might be wondering, why? Well, as I was reminded from Nevius Maxim, you can actually use UU matter in IC2. If you get a mass fabricator, I actually had no idea how to do this, so I'll show you how it gets done in a little bit. You can actually use a mass fabricator to make things. The fastest way to generate, use the mass fabricator to generate UU matter, which is actually a liquid now. And it helps to have scrap, which you get from a recycler. So if I were to say, go grab a few stacks of cobble and throw them into the recycler, we would get scrap from some of them. So there's a piece there. It's not incredibly common. Like you'd see, we've gone through what, like 20, and we've only gotten 1 so far. That's actually really unlucky. Oh, we're getting some. It's probably about 1 in 10. I don't know exactly. But with this, the scrap speeds up the process of making the UU matter. And let me show you real quick how that is done. So you hear all these noises here. This is basically how it works. I just put these here so I could, these tanks here so I could get more UU matter if I wanted. Just be doing something like this. So you have the mass fabricator. It takes power, and the more power you give it, the faster it'll produce. But you see how fast it's running right now? If I cut off one of these, because it has all this scrap, it's still running relatively quickly. It's just now using up the scrap. So it's either you have scrap or you have lots of power. And I would rather have lots of scrap. So what you then do is you need 3 more machines. This is the scanner right here. I'm actually not sure if this is going to work, but it might. So you have a scanner. You put in whatever you want, say iridium ore. You put it in here. and you have to have a pattern storage next to it. I'm not sure if this needs power. I should find out. It wouldn't make sense for this to need power. It's just storage. Pretty sure this does need power because it has a little power bar. So you put in this, you put in the scanner, goes into the pattern storage, and it tells you what you need to make it. Which surprisingly for iridium, 0 EU and 120 millibuckets of UU matter, which I don't believe. That doesn't make sense. If I actually take these out, is it still fun? No, it won't. So it's got to be using power. But it says it doesn't use any. So I don't know. Maybe it just needs a comp-based power supply or something. But you can select the pattern from here. And then in the replicator, it will get the pattern from the block next to it. And you pump in your UU matter. In this case, 120 UU matter. And you get whatever material you want out of it. So did the bedrockium work? It did. 727 millibuckets of... Wow, that's a lot. Iridium should be twice that because this MOX nuclear fuel is what actually makes bedrockium. So this is half an iridium. Actually, no, it's not even. Is this? No, that's iron plates. Never mind. So yeah, this is half an iridium for a bedrockium. I wonder what MOX nuclear fuel is. Oh no, radiation. Yeah, so you just throw it in, scans it, throws it in the pattern storage, and from here I can say stop, go to next pattern, make some bedrockium, which would be silly, but you know, you can. Single run, repeat run. Yes, that's how you use the new UU matter. Pretty neat. I have radiation. Bye. And it's almost there. This drum is almost entirely full of liquid XP. That's crazy. And now this thing's gonna start filling up. That thing is just incredible. So, got the ender chest hooked up to those two storage chests up here. Diamond upgrades. Already got. I actually just put in the miniature red hearts. I've probably gotten about 50. Blitz rod. It's actually a bunch of blitz rods, but you can see we're like 800 of each thing, pretty much. Everything else is going into the recyclers and scrap. 6 stacks of scrap so far. Could do better. I'm definitely planning on increasing the spawner, getting more stuff going. But that's a decent amount of scrap right there. So yeah, with this we'll be able to set up a mass fabricator once we get a little bit more power. That's the word. And yeah. Oh, also I made an ender pouch that links up with the ender chest, which is just white. So now if ever I'm wandering around the world, it's like, oh, why do I have this random string? I just dump it in there, and instead of it being trash, it actually gets recycled. So saving the planet by converting it into something I will use later. So yeah, let me actually do one quick check of how the iron thing is. I still don't have this hooked up because I don't trust it. I really should just enable this at some point. Iron 12. Not bad. But I did put a chunk loader in this base along with the other one. And apparently for Cursed Earth to work, you actually have to be in that dimension. It's a weird thing, but you actually have to be in the right dimension for Cursed Earth to work. You see, stuff is coming in right now, which tells me stuff is actually spawning, but in about 10 minutes, nothing will spawn anymore. So whenever I AFK, I'll probably be AFKing in the last millennium, and this area here will stay chunk loaded. Everything will continue to get recycled. 11.53 hours remaining. Oh no. Yeah, I thought it needed more ender pearls than that, but a stack of ender pearls is 8 days, so should be good. At some point, I'm gonna be like, why is nothing chunk loaded? When that comes, I will cross that bridge when I get there. So, I think that's it for today's episode. Unless I'm forgetting something. No, that's it. This episode's gone pretty smoothly so far, which is weird. I thought it was going to be a crash. Like, well, not anymore. So next time, I will have the iron. We'll set up the nuclear things, get those running, and we'll start looking at producing some more IC2 power, right? Oh, I guess those things are going to produce power. How much? Not that much. We'll either look at power generation or UU matter production, depending on how much power generation we get from that, which I know how much it is, but I don't know relatively how much it is. So yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching as always. Oh. Whoa. That was scary. Seeing everything you own just gone. Thanks for watching, I guess. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.